Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and now I want to talk about trust. Now, this is trust is a big thing. Like, well, you notice everything I talk about, I make a big thing about everything, and but I'm not trying to cover all aspects of trust, but I want to put it at a level where you'll have something to think on and maybe use one of these days. Now, I find myself among strangers all the time. I mean, it's a daily thing. The first place to look at it is I live in a hotel, so right there tells you. And then, but also whenever I go to town, I say it's 150 plus thousand live in the town. I don't speak the language, so I'll find a lot of strangers. And when I'm traveling, and as you've been finding out, I do a lot of moving around, and that puts me amongst not only strangers, but these are strangers I'll probably never see again for the rest of my life, and or many of them I don't. So the trust factor is really a big deal. Now, already just being in this situation, and when it comes to money, you know there is no such thing as trust when it comes to money. I mean, I can't get anything repaired. They don't put prices on stuff down here, and the reason they don't is because their culture is kind of get the most you can. So, in other words, especially if and they're going to find out that you're a foreigner, that's easy to tell. And so, right there, the price changes. Local people get it a lot less, and then when you're a gringo, then it really goes up. And I mean, it'll be 2 or 3 times when you're a gringo. And it depends on what it is that you're talking about also. But so when it comes to money, there really isn't any trust. But that's not really what I'm talking about on this video. The thing is, like I said, when I travel, I stay in hotels, and I sure don't camp. A lot of people think I'm camping, and I sure don't do that. Because I say, and I've talked about the body healing. The body heals through the night. So if you don't get a good night's sleep, you're not going to do any healing that particular night. And if you go on a series of nights without the good rest, then your body will weaken, and then you're put into a stage of weakness, physical weakness, and well, not only physical but mental. Your thinking process will be changed also. So this is why I can endure a lot of stuff, but I want to make sure I get a good night's sleep. And camping is not the way to do it. Anything can happen through the night. And like I say, seldom do I stay in somebody's house. And but I do. But the main reason I don't is because normally if I stay in their house, I'm eating with them also. And then it's not that anybody's going to hurt me, but I'm not used to their food. And so I can get hurt. So I have to watch that. So in other words, there's people that can harm me, and they're not doing it intentionally. And it's the same thing if I stay in their house, and we've talked about brushing your teeth with a bottle of water, and because you can't trust the water. And so in other words, even when you take a bath, you have to be aware of the water. Like I say, you don't want it in your mouth, you don't want it in your eyes, you don't want it in your ears. It gets kind of tricky. So, and normally your better hotels got water that is more adaptable to most people. And I had a friend that went down to Amazon, and he was in one of these little canoe boat like things, low to the water, and it was a trip that they was taking. It takes hours to go up the Amazon, and he got hot. He reached in, just put his hand out, got the water, and put it on his face, splashed his face, and then it got hot. And then the next thing he knows, he woke up 3 days later in the hospital. So, in other words, you really have to watch water. And so that's what I'm saying. When I'm that's why I don't like staying with people, because their generosity sometimes will put me in danger. So I'm in a predicament where I have to trust them when I stay with them. So, and that have to trust, when you have to do it, when you have to trust somebody, I do that a lot. The same thing when I stop, and if I'm in a place for more than a day or two, I will be making friends. Now these friends, or acquaintances, whatever you want to call them, the first thing that I give is trust. So I trust them not to put me in a situation. I trust them to be upstanding kind of people. Sometimes I don't always get those kind of people. So I sometimes give my trust to people that are very, very much not trustworthy. But the circumstances puts me in these situations. And I've noticed now you gotta remember, as I'm older, I'm wiser. And seeing I am wiser, I'd say older, but I am wiser, I can read people better. And since I don't speak the language, I use a lot of body language. And I've learned the body language is much more, I don't know how you say it. It's a stronger way of communicating when you use body language. And so, in other words, I'm really nice, and that's my nature. I like being nice. I like people. I like this, and it shows. And so the people within minutes can realize I'm a nice kind of guy. Now, the funny thing is, when the situation turns where it's questionable, I also show fear. But it's not fear like I've talked about before, peeing and shitting in your pants. I'm not talking like that. I mean, in my body language, my eyes, and then, like I say, standing more upright, put my chest up, this type of stuff. These are all signals, and it tells everybody around me that I am scared. And so we can have fun with me being scared, because I get scared on sometimes they'll give me something to eat and it'll be moving. So I get fear. And so everybody has fun scaring the hell out of the gringo. So the fear factor is something that's going to happen, and it is a natural thing. Now, once I let them scare me like that, and like I say, I show that emotion, and then everybody has fun with it. Everybody lets their guard down, and then it's easier for me to trust these people. And they realize I'm just a normal person, and even though I'm a little strange, and we have fun with it. So, and like I say, with these people, I don't know if they are having a war with another bunch of people or not. I don't know. And so that's why I get myself in some strange situations. And, but like I say, I do give my trust out to them. And then seeing down here, I'm bigger than most. And I say I'm not really armed, especially compared to everybody else. I mean, they don't see what I'm armed with, and most everybody else is better armed than I am by appearance. So that's another thing that they find humorous, because once I give my trust to these people, then I will stand with them. And that really pulls that trust, pulls it together. I don't act like a guest when things are hairy, when they're kind of unstable, when things get unstable. But I can read their body language. I know when things are getting to be turning into a situation. And it's funny because, like I say, I will step up even though I don't speak the language. And all of this really brings the trust in. And then when you realize what I talked about earlier, getting a good night's sleep, I sleep soundly. So in other words, I need to have trust in them before I can sleep. And but like I say, now and I've talked about it in my what was it, Crappy Vietnam War Stories, the series I've got on that. I've talked about it that other Marines, we would trust another Marine just within minutes. I mean, you're talking about making eye contact, a handshake, telling your name, where you're from, and then after that, you're ready to stand next to this person and fight to the death. So, in other words, trust is something that you need to learn to share. And trust comes from both giving and taking. And so I understand what I'm talking about is on the extreme. But once you can do it on the extreme, you can do it on the little stuff also. And that's another reason why I'm able to make friends so quickly, is I'm able to trust them or not trust them quickly. And it's funny because you can even make friends when you don't trust them. I've had people that I wasn't sure of, and I don't trust them, and I would frisk them, and everybody got a good laugh out of that. Because I don't trust them, their appearance, just something about them that I don't like, And now I got to remember, all these people are strangers, but this one particular one I don't trust. And so by doing that shows that I do have concerns. And especially when, I was on that motorcycle trip. That applied to that also. I first met these people, I only knew one of them. And that one I only knew for less than 2 weeks. And and then we went to a town and we met, like I say, 20 some of them. And so we had to open ourselves to trust on that. So, and then from that, then we, like I say, got into more and more and more. And so the ability to, and the skills to be able to trust, share trust, give it out, and be able to demand trust from others. It really is a skill. And when I talk about demanded, I made the video about a man's word, and then one of them was the man's unspoken word. That's another thing that falls into that. When you get the trust from someone, they are giving you their unspoken word that you can trust them. And that's what I do with them also. So think about trust and think about how you can better apply your trust to others, and look and see what it is that you do to gain trust from somebody, or what it is you do to show you have trust to somebody. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.